You know, most people want to use the bodas because they are faster. They can be able to maneuver in the traffic. So whenever maybe you are late for work, you will definitely have to request for a boda guy to take you to the workplace. That's why they are mostly considered. And that's why the rate is growing so fast.
That is your mobility enthusiast, Dave Gill. And like I say always, it is my responsibility to bring mobility innovation from every corner of this fast-changing world closer to you. I am still in Kenya, and today we are with Fika Mobility. You know, I'm surprised how e-mobility startups are launching every day here in Kenya. Fika Mobility is part of it. I mean, Fika Mobility has been here for some time now, and today I get the opportunity to talk to them, to see the good work they are doing to accelerate e-mobility here in Kenya and Africa as a whole. So you know what? Let's go in to find out what they got for us. Let's go.
Yeah, stay tuned and follow Driverify on all platforms. Driverify.
Hi there.
Wow, I'm finally at Fika Mobility.
Welcome to Fika Mobility.
Thank you. Okay. How is it going?
Not so bad. We're really trying to bring in the electric bikes in the country.
Yeah.
As you much know, this is a really growing industry.
Yeah.
And it's significantly, the traction of electric motorcycles in Kenya is really growing. In a very high rate. Yeah, so yeah.
Fantastic. You know, I have been following Fika Mobility for about a year now.
Yeah.
So I'm actually fortunate to be at this premises today.
You're most welcome there.
Good. So the thing is, why would you ask someone to go in for an electric mobility?
Well, we definitely know the cause or the harm that the petrol bikes cause, especially for our environment. Actually, the most main things as to why we want this industry to grow is one is about the air pollution. We know right now we have around more than 1.2 million bikes in the country. Yeah. So we really know what that brings about in terms of the carbon footprint.
Yeah.
We have in a year we get like metric tons of carbon emissions into the atmosphere. So one of the disadvantages of the petrol bikes is about the air pollution.
Yeah.
Another thing is I would really want to get into this industry. It's because it's of the noise pollution. We all know, especially in the urban areas, the amount of commotion in terms of noise, whatever it is caused there. So with the electric bikes, there are no sounds caused. It's just as silent as possible. The only thing you will do to alert the person ahead of you is just use of a horn.
Yeah. What is Fika Mobility currently doing to contribute to the infrastructure that supports e-mobility in this country?
Well, one of the major things that we are is, first of all, be able to employ to deploy the charging infrastructure.
Yeah.
One of the main advantage with the electric motorcycle is is it going to deplete before I get to my destination?
Yeah.
So one of the things that as Fika Mobility we are really doing is trying as much as possible to deploy as many charging infrastructure as possible. Right now we have over 6 charging stations.
Over 6 charging stations?
Yes.
Across the country or only here in Nairobi?
In Nairobi,
okay,
whereby you can go charge your battery.
Yeah.
And in this regard, we really encourage the riders to have more than one battery. That is, you can have one charging. As one is charging, you are now doing your business with the other one. And now when this one is depleted, you just go swap. We have the swapping model, which will take even less than a minute for you to do that.
Less than a minute?
Yes. It's just swapping, getting the one on charge and putting it in the charging cabinet. Yeah. So that's what we're really doing, but we're really requesting, I think this will be a very good collaboration between the government, us, the stakeholders, to be able to help us be able to employ. It's such a hassle to employ this charging infrastructure because especially in the urban areas, it's so expensive to lease just a small part for you to place a charging station. That's one thing I'm really encouraging the government to help us in. I've also been encouraging them to help us, especially with the public facilities. I mean, we can have the places like Uhuru Park, Jivanji Gardens, if they can be willing to give us just a small space where we can place the charging stations, so that to enable our riders to access these places in the busy areas.
So I think, I mean, this is good. I think I've been following His Excellency President Ruto for some time now.
Yeah.
And then he has been talking about e-mobility. So I think very soon we are going to see the incentives that he spoke about, and then this will help develop this e-mobility in this country.
Actually, one of the things that really encouraged us is about the recent finance bill. Our president is really supportive in this, and he's really intentional into supporting this industry. Actually, he said he's going to waiver the import duties on the CKD kit.
He's going to do that?
Yeah, he's going to waiver the import duties. And,
yeah.
And even the tax, they are going to be reduced as we talk as of now, because we all know the fuel prices are going to rise from 8% to 16%. This will make even the border guy to be spending a lot into the petrol. And at the end of the day, they'll have like nothing or very less to save. But with the electric motorcycles, once they are going to waiver the import duties, especially with the electrical part of the bikes, this is really going to be helpful, as we'll be able to make the bikes even more affordable. And even they'll be efficient.
Fantastic. So how many motorcycles have you guys deployed on the street of Nairobi or Kenya as a whole?
Generally in Kenya, we had an old model which really did well for us, especially with the delivery companies. And for that, we had deployed more than 70 on lease models. And right now, we have the new model, which is really bigger. Actually, with the new model, we have 80% of the bike is made in Kenya for the Kenyan terrain. So this will
80%?
be... Yes, is made in Kenya for the Kenyan terrains. What we import are mainly the electrical part of the bikes, that is the motor, the controllers, and the harnessing wire, and the battery. But the other part is really made for Kenyan market and for the Kenyan terrain. So in this way, we won't have problems with the frame breaking. It's so strong. Made here in Kenya. The new model, we've already also deployed more than 50 now. We are now heading to 150 total number of bikes that we have around Nairobi. We've not yet been able to establish and to take the bikes outside of Nairobi. Yeah, still with the fear of how are we going to deploy the charging infrastructure. But another thing with Fika Mobility is that we're really privileged because we are able to give the rider the charger. By this it means you can be able to charge the battery at the comfort of your home, maybe at night when you're sleeping. And we really had the talk with also the KPLC, who also advised us it's much easier to use a lot of power at night. By that it won't charge a lot. And for one battery to be fully charged, you're going to use 2 to 3 of your tokens, the electricity tokens. This is approximately to only 50 shillings per charge.
Good. So if I understand you, they have the luxury to charge their motorcycles at home.
Exactly.
Not only relying on the swap stations around.
Not really.
Fantastic.
Because the charging stations are not yet really fully established. I know this is going to take some time now, but now as we issue the charger, even a rider can, when they are resting, they are not like ferrying goods or passengers, they can even fix their battery in a nearby kiosk.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, the charger is just like the normal charger. It can be used in the house, in kiosk, or wherever you are. Yes.
So guys, we are now going to look at the features of this electric motorcycle from Fika Mobility. What version is this?
This is version 2 of the mid-drive, but version 3 bike of Fika, because we started with hub motors.
You started with?
Hub motors.
Hub motors?
Yeah.
What is the hub motors?
A hub motor is whereby the motor is located at the rim.
Oh, okay.
Of the,
Okay. What is the range of this particular type?
The range of this particular type of a bike, with a load, we give you around 80 kilometers.
80 kilometers?
80 kilometers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where is the battery located?
So this is the battery compartment. So for you to open the battery, there is a magnetic lock. So you just long press on the alarm.
Okay.
And pop open.
Wow.
So here is the battery. This is the connector from the bike. This is the connector from the battery to the bike. So for you to just disconnect, you just pull this part.
How heavy is this? Can I?
Yeah.
Can I take it out?
It's very light.
Oh, I think that is very light as compared to
light.
other ones that I've held. This is very light, which is very good too.
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is a lithium-ion battery, right?
Yeah, this is the lithium-ion batteries.
Can you help me with this? Okay, it's fine. From where can we find the motor of this bicycle?
So this is the motor. It's located where the engine used to be. This is the motor. It's a 3 kilowatts motor.
3 kilowatt motor.
72 volts.
So it doesn't come with any, it doesn't have any gears, right?
It's internally geared.
Internally. Yeah. Awesome. But unlike the conventional motorcycles that you have to be changing gears and all, this is internal.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
To give it more torque for hill climbing.
Can we look at the lighting system?
So the other compartments of this bike are just the normal lamp for the other bikes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This
How
is 12
strong is
volts. This is 12 volts. So you can actually replace this with any other motorcycle headlight.
Oh.
All other parts are interchangeable.
Oh, okay.
It's 12. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Of course, there is no fuel over here,
There's
right?
no fuel. It's just the formality.
Formality.
Formality. Yeah.
Awesome.
So what we also added on this bike were these extended carriers, whereby you find some borders, they want to put some water here, some gas here on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Apart from here, yeah.
Yeah, I think you can only get this. You can get this only with Fika Mobility because the other motorcycles I've gotten the opportunity to review, I haven't seen anything like this. So I think that is very good.
Yeah.
It's an added advantage, yeah.
So they don't have to go extra mile. It comes with it.
It comes with.
Yeah.
So which other thing do you think makes you have a competitive advantage over the other competitors in this space?
I would say this bike is 90% or 80%. All the other parts, you'll find them here. It's made here. You buy these parts from shops in town.
So this is locally built?
It's locally built.
Awesome.
Apart from the electrical components.
Apart from
the batteries, we assemble them here.
So I have observed that many of these e-mobility startups in this country, they have swap stations around Nairobi. What are you guys doing? Do you have something like that sort?
Initially, we had them. We also have them in corporates. When you go to the corporate setting, maybe they just have a space and they don't have a big space for putting the swap station. So what we just do, we just make a simple swap whereby we plug the chargers to the wall and they charge the batteries because it occupies a very small space.
Okay.
So we took this to the outside world, Kenya, whereby we have a rider who is in a place where we don't have access to the swap station. So we give you the charger. You charge the battery at the comfort of your home. We also encourage them where their borders shed is. They collaborate with the people working there, the shopkeepers, where you can have your battery charged when you are off peak. So that we're able to maximize. And the cost of charging the battery is very cheap.
Wow, I think this model too is innovative.
Yeah.
Great.
Ahead, no competitor over here. Are you a fan of the vehicle space?
So Florence, we have gotten to the most important part of this conversation, the pricing. A lot of people complain about the pricing of electric vehicles, electric motorcycle to be specific. How are you guys making sure that anyone who is interested in a motorcycle here in Kenya will be able to have access to your motorcycles?
Basically, the upfront cost of the bike is one of the major challenges that we've been facing, especially with the people who feel that they are not able to afford it. The high cost of electric motorcycle is basically caused by the high cost of the battery because it is IoT.
Oh, Internet of Things?
Yes.
Okay.
The software makes the battery so expensive, so generally the bikes get a bit expensive, the upfront cost. And by this, we are so happy to have partnered with one of the financial partners in Kenya who offer Lipa Pole Pole even to the boda people who will be able to get and acquire and get the bike at a lower price generally by giving out a small deposit, and then they are able to pay the remaining, the balance in a span of a week or even a day, weekly or daily, and by that until they are able to complete the full amount of the bike.
That is fantastic. So I think it will be wise enough to talk to Mogo for them to explain how the model works, and so that my viewers can also understand it, and then maybe can come in for this motorcycle.
Sure, that's fantastic. I will be happy to take you to one of our partners who will be able to explain into detail how the price model works.
All right.
I welcome you to Mogo, one of the financial partners, as I had introduced there earlier, and I'm here to introduce to you Augustine, who is one of the sales officer, who is going to take us through about the price model of our Fika motorcycle.
Okay, fantastic. I actually see a lot of motorcycles over here. So I'm interested in this motorcycle. How do I get it?
Thank you and welcome to Mogo Shop. My name is Augustine. I'm in charge of sales here at Ruiru Megastore, and where we do second-hand bikes and also new bikes. We do option of financing, and if you are interested in this bike, welcome. It's one of the most affordable bikes that we have in option for our customers. This bike costs currently 209,844 shillings.
209,844 shillings.
Yes, only.
Okay.
But you don't need to have that cash at hand.
Wow.
We give you an option of paying pole pole ama lipa mdogo mdogo by just coming with a small deposit of only 15,000. Then you choose a plan whereby you can pay on weekly basis, on monthly basis, or at the comfort of your business. This will enable you to do your business. And this bike is an electric one, so you don't need to have the fuel to run the bike. It's only have a rechargeable battery, whereby you do self-charging of the bike. And what you need to do, once you come with the deposit, we do the other factors. We track the bike for you. We do an insurance cover for the bike, a comprehensive one. So you are not worried. For you, it's just to go and do business. Then you pay mdogo mdogo, as low as 3,000 in a week, and as low as
3,000 a week. As low as 3,000.
As low as 3,000 in a week. That is it.
Over how many months?
Now we give a customer option depending on his flexibility or his ability to pay. You can choose to do a model of 1 year, that is 12 months, or 15 months, or 18 months, or a maximum of 2 years. So it's upon you to know which plan fits you best.
Awesome. I think with this kind of options that you have, it will be much easier for people to take advantage of it or get access to the motorcycle.
Because currently the way the economy is, young people are not able to come with the all cash to purchase the bike of this model.
That is true.
So out of 209,844, paying only a deposit of 15,000 and you walk with the bike, it becomes very easy for most of us and the young people to own the bike.
So 15,000 shillings is basically around maybe $1,500. Okay. Well, I think that is more flexible, and people, anybody who is interested in this can take advantage of these offerings. So you guys are really doing a very good job in partnership with Fika Mobility. So keep it up.
Thank you. Welcome.
I'm actually happy to hear and see what Fika Mobility is currently doing in this country to help accelerate the shift to e-mobility. So, I mean, good job, and I'll visit again next year to see the development. Thank you.
You're most welcome. We are so happy having you here, and we're really grateful for the amazing work that you do out there to encourage people. It's more of a way of creating more awareness to people out there.
I think it's important.
It is.
It's
it
really
sure
important.
Is.
All right, so thank you very much.
You're most welcome, them.
So guys, what do you think about Fika Mobility and their electric motorcycles? I believe they have innovative motorcycles over here. Their website and email address are in the description box. Kindly check them out, and then you can always write to them. They will respond. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and hit the notification button. Thank you.
Mobility enthusiast, Davis one of a kind. One country at a time, one continent at a time. Never been done before. Drive a fight across all shores. automotive innovation, electric mobility. Davis 3 steps ahead, no competitor overhead. Are you a fan of the vehicle space? Driverify leading the race. Stay tuned and follow Driverify on all platforms.